Okay, let's start over. Hello again. Alright, so week 2, going up against Kira and the Darkrai Disciples. Trying to come up with a game plan for this team. A little bit different than last week. The difference, one, obviously different mons, and two, he has a lot more speed. Last week, Masquerada was probably the fastest. This week, Talonflame is going to be the fastest, even without Gale Wings. With that also, Dugtrio's pretty fast. If he goes super fast with Dugtrio, Meowscarada's a little faster, I think, if I go max speed. But Dugtrio's pretty fast. Thinking about who he can bring, I think realistically all of them are possibilities. I think Superior is probably a no, as I just have so many steel and grass resistances, but I could see him bringing Superior with a Terra, trying to Leaf Storm, bring up the special attack twice, and then Terra into a Terra Blast of some sort. I could see that happening with Superior, or even a Terra with the Leaf Storm after the Terra, and then just to protect it, because it's got some weaknesses due to it being a grass type. The double fake out users with Tinkaton and Raichu, I don't think both come, but it's a possibility. I think Raichu is more likely to come, just because I assume he wants Palafin to be the carry here, and even Talonflame. Like, these two both have electrical weaknesses. We know that Goldingo is my number one option. Even not even just Goldingo, but Baxcalibur. So Talonflame being flying, but he's fire, so he's not really that weak to ice. But electric weakness through the flying, electric weakness through the water. So maybe you want to bring Lightning Rod with Raichu to be able to absorb some of those attacks here. Also, that Vikavolt, that could be an option. He wants, I would assume, would want to bring Raichu. So my thinking is Palafin, Talonflame, Raichu, Zoroark, Haxorus, and SQ. I could see a world where Dugtrio is brought, but again, with Arena Trap into Goldingo being a ghost type, can't trap Goldingo, but I do have a lot of steel, so maybe you want the ground type for that. SQ, the ability to be hit, he could belly drum into a Citrus, take a shot, have full attack ready to go next turn, right? My team's relatively slow, so he might be planning that as an option for SQ. So that's why I'm kind of going with that thought process, but still preparing for the Superior, the Tinkaton, the Dugtrio, the double fake outs. I want to make sure that I have options here for this team, especially with the speed that he's going to have all over the place. So this is the team I'm bringing. The items changed here. I'm not using an Absorbable. It's going to be a Mirror Herb here on Goldingo, but essentially it was going to be a nasty plot. I changed it to a Terra Blast just because I have a neutral hit. I don't know what Terras he's bringing. I also want to make sure that the Zoroark can't hit me for special effective damage. So I think Goldingo's going to be good. The Thunderbolt, just in case Raichu doesn't come. And even if Raichu does come, try to get him off the board and start throwing the Thunderbolts out. The Mirror Herb is for that Superior bring. If he brings Superior, I want Goldingo out there for that Leaf Storm to take advantage of that. Baxcalibur, obviously. Different set this week. No Dragon Dance. No Glaive Rush. It's going to be loaded dice with high horsepower Icicle Spear, Scale Shot to increase speed, get some dragon damage out there, Icicle Spear, because Ice is not great into his team, but does have some uses, the Superior matchup, and Haxorus itself. If he tries to tear out of Haxorus into a Terra Fairy, Icicle Spear can still hit for neutral damage. So yeah, he's kind of, again, bulky, just because he's naturally bulky. I went more into physical defense. It doesn't show you the IVs here, but more into the physical defense, as you can see, for almost everybody. Just trying to look at his team, and you can see that physical attacker, special attacker, but doesn't really have high special attack until he does a Leaf Storm. The physical, like, special, but not really high special attack. Physical. His main damage dealers are mostly physical, other than Zoroark. Um, so I just wanted to make sure I'm ready for those. The big three here, really what I'm looking at. Even Dugtrio with his physical attack, so I wanted to have a little bit more physical defense into that team. I also bring in Vikavolt, Covert Cloak, because I think I'm going to lead him in at least one of the games. Try to get some sticky webs down, electro webs to slow down. I assume if he's going to do Palafin's going to be out there early, so I want to get a sticky web down so that when Palafin comes back out, he's slower. So then I can outspeed with Excalibur or Goldingo, right? Put him on the back foot there with that. He could bring out Tailwind, which is why Masquerade is here with Trick Room. Just kind of show him a Trick Room. Hopefully in either game 1, maybe game 2, hopefully not a game 3, just to show it so that he doesn't Tailwind anymore and try to keep it into he just has to naturally outspeed me and then try to slow him down with sticky webs and electro webs. Yeah, Excalibur is going to be here for definitely Haxorus. He can also answer SQ with the Scale Shot unless he Terra Fairies, but then Ice Cold Spear, because I want to be able to hit him, break the head, and keep hitting him again, which is part of the reason he's going loaded dice this week. Berserker, my boy's coming. Assault Vest, got some special defense on him. He doesn't have a high special defense, but I think he's got a pretty good defense with this special defense and the Assault Vest. I think he's going to be good. Bringing the Fake Out, Iron Head, getting the U-turn in there, Close Combat, Terror Dragon. I'm bringing the Tough Claws over his other abilities just to make him have a little bit more attack with that 156. Kind of surprise people with how actually high his attack is, plus with the Tough Claws being able to do 1.3, I believe. So that's going to be some good damage here if he gets those hits off. And if I get a Trick Room, then Berserker and Vikavolt are going to be the slowest guys out there, so they're going to hopefully be able to take advantage of that. Vikavolt with Bug Buzz, still pretty good attack. Electro Web's going to be able to do damage just because he has such a good social attack, and Terra Electric just to take advantage of Levitate and get that extra spice on those Electro Webs if I need it. Finally, Typhlosion, got choice specs, Flash Fire. He's going to bring the pain if he comes out. I don't see him coming out too much, maybe in a game 2 if Talonflame eats me up with some fire attacks, but I definitely want the option to have him here. And even if Talonflame doesn't come out, and maybe he needs to come out to eat Raichu up with Scorching Sands or something if I can't get it with Excalibur. Finally, Meowscarada. We already talked about the Trick Room. It's going to be sashed. Protean, so that I can hit a Play Rough. If Talonflame's not there, turn it into Fairy, get rid of its weaknesses. Flower Trig, make it Straight Grass. If they break the sash, be able to hit the Acrobatics for more damage. Just bringing the speed, bringing the attack. Not much setup here from Masquerade. He's either going to be hitting the attacks or he's going to be setting up Trick Room. I don't expect Masquerade to be on the field very much. I assume he's going to die relatively quick, which is part of the reason for the sash. I'm liking the team. The item on Goldingo's been kind of switching around. Not really sure if it's going to go back to Absorb Bulb or the Mirror. Like, looking at his team, there's not a lot of setup. It would be funny if Haxorus, Sword Dance, and Goldingo took that. It would be kind of funny. But other than that, there's not a lot of setup. But I do want to be able to counter that Superior. I want, if that Superior is Terra, getting that +2 on Goldingo would be just so nice. I don't want to choice them this week. I wanted to be able to use some of these different moves when I need them, because with Zoroark I want to be able to be a little flexible on how Goldingo comes in and how he attacks, and not have to get stuck in Thunderbolt because Raichu comes in, right? So we'll see how this goes, but that's the plan. I think my first game, I'm thinking maybe Masquerada Berserker lead, get that Fake Out plus Masquerada. Palafin option, so I don't know if I want to go Vikavolt Meowscarada, right? I think Meowscarada probably lead game one with one of those two, and then Goldingo in the back with, either Baxcalibur as well or the other one of those two. And then in game two, see if Typhlosion can't get out there finally. He's coming back-to-back weeks, but let's see if he can get out there and be used at some point. Alright guys, well, I'll let you know what happens after the game. Alright, getting ready for week 2. So, Superior ended up coming. Zoroark, Terraghost. Sorry, excuse me. We'll go with this. So Zoroark, Terraghost, Tinkaton, Terrawater, Hax, Terradragon, Talonflame, Flying, Palafin, Grass, Superior Dragon. During season 1 I lost to Kira, so let's see if I can't have a revenge game. This is DJ Pikachu. So a little bit while I was thinking Talonflame. One of those could be Zoroark, obviously. I think we're okay with this. Okay, so just a straight withdrawal. Tinkaton. So we know that's not Zoroark. Good setup there. So I assume a fake out into Meowscarada, and then something into Vikavolt. He could fake out the Vikavolt, protect Palafin maybe? Terra. Grass? Yeah. So maybe he'd fake out and Vikavolt here? Nope. So fake out Tinkaton. Okay, so we know the knock over cloak. Ooh, that sucks. T-Wave, play rough. Talonflame probably? Okay, so we almost got Tinkaton now. This could be a play rough in the backs. Oh, Gigaton. Ooh, nice. And I just lowered my special attack again here. And I won't be able to get him out. So I think this game's over. So there's a Zoroark. Nice. Dang, paralyzed twice. Doesn't matter. I don't have any real attack here. So he's got to be choiced. Drain Punch. here. What do I want to do next game? So Goldingo's done pretty good against Palafin as far as taking the shots. So we gotta find a way to do damage though. Game 1 done. So how to deal with that Palafin. Okay. Okay, that was weird. Then Goldingo start. Excalibur. Gotta bring my boy. I don't have any speed controller. If I was him, I'd probably lead the same way. I didn't really have an answer for it. Axorus and Palafin this time. I gotta assume I'm faster here, because I assume he's choice scarfed on Zoroark. Okay. Good one shot. Leftovers. So some Palafin comes back out here. Oh, Tinkaton. Could be a fake out in the Mouserata, but I just wanted to make sure I stopped the T-Wave. So now here comes the hidden tech. Okay, fantastic. Not Trick Room, but now I can bring out either Baxcalibur or Berserker here. So Superior, I think, was Terra Water, Terra Dragon. Yeah. Okay. Missed. Protected. Tinkaton's gonna take all of this here. Good damage, good damage. Crit. I was hoping to get that before when it was coming, but it's okay. He's gonna outspeed me the rest of the game here. Probably Terra Grass again. See a Jet Punch or Draining Punch into either one, Draining Punch in either one, and then Leaf Storm again. Terra Grass. Actually, not Drain Punch into Goldingo, Drain Punch into Oof. +2. +6. Here comes the Drain Punch, yeah. Oh, I don't know if he survives. Crit. Dang. I don't know if it matters. +6 is a lot of damage. Oh, I got rid of the Superior. Maybe I should have done Make It Rain last one, but Palafin got me both games. Good game, good game. Good game, good game. Alright, so the game's over. I lost 2-0. Let's talk about some of the things. I've rewatched the videos to kind of think where I could have improved at. I think game 1 really affected my game 2, and my backscalibur play needs some improvement there. Uh, the mold breaker with Tinkaton was great. Wasn't thinking about T-Wave from Tinkaton affecting Goldingo, and Goldingo being paralyzed twice in game 1 kind of sucked. But I don't think that probably changes anything. I think he probably takes it no matter what. I needed Baxcalibur to take out Palafin with the Terra Grass, and in game 2, I definitely cost myself bringing Baxcalibur in over Berserker. I should have brought Berserker in because I could have kept Baxcalibur as a Dragon Ice and in the back and waited until I got rid of Tinkaton. I also, some Thunderbolts into Superior when they could have been Make It Rain because I was scared of bringing Goldingo out to reset his special attack drops. I shouldn't have been scared. I should have been trying to get Superior off the board. I think that's what cost me game 2. There was a couple crits in game 2, one against Berserker and one against Baxcalibur. I don't think either of them probably matter in the grand scheme of things. Maybe the one against Berserker might have mattered a little bit more, but he gets Drain Punched by Palafin, he's going to go down anyways. +6 Leaf Storm, I don't think Baxcalibur probably survives that. I'd have to run some calcs. It was hard trying to think about Typhlosion in this game, just because he was so fast. It was hard to, especially since Palafin was the one that was really scary, to bring him in. I think a lot of the game plans went well. The Mirror Herb, I think. The idea of the sticky webs, the Zoroark lead with the U-turn with choice, Scarf is what I believe what the turn 1 in game 1 was. That was a good play to get Palafin set up a little bit faster than I was expecting. I should have bug buzzed knowing that he was most likely gonna, tear a grass in front of an electric type. He didn't know I didn't have Thunderbolt or anything like that. I was just trying to get some kind of speed control since I failed to get the sticky webs on Palafin in turn 1. I should have sat back and rethought that decision and, maybe bug buzz, and that might have helped a lot. Because then after I Electro Web, then I bug buzz and it was too late. Because he protects, gets rid of Vika, and then really on the back foot the rest of the game. So there was just a couple plays I probably should have just thought about a little bit more what he was going to do to kind of counter what the board state was instead of just focusing mostly on what I was trying just to accomplish and tried to force it through. So yeah, I can definitely learn from that. I think the team felt relatively well. Played a little bit better. I think I could have gone to a game three easily. Game two, I played pretty bad. Um, Kira played great. A lot of his tech was great. We were joking about the Zoroark trick thing, but it happens, right? Like I didn't realize that I wasn't even thinking about the T Wave and Mold Breaker, right? So like you definitely you kind of forget those things and moments sometime, but it didn't affect his game. He still won pretty good. His Palafin play was really good, really good. His Tinkaton was dangerous. I talked about it before. Like I didn't expect Superior, and if I did, I thought I could handle him pretty well. Did not handle him very well at all. I let him stay on the board way too long. I let him eat too much. But yeah, the team feels good. I think there's some tweaking I need to do. A little bit of the team, but also a little bit of my game plan. I got to find a way to control speed a little bit better, especially against a team that's so fast. He didn't even have set tailwind or anything. His team was just so fast that I just had no answers. And you could see in game two when I was trying to decide I was going to leave both Vika and Masquerada, but I needed the speed control of either a trick room or the electro webs, sticky webs. But so I might have to look at the free agency, see if there's any kind of trick room users or another tailwind user. I definitely want both those. So I think really like the core though. Berserker, I really like Baxcalibur, really like Goldingo. I think Typhlosion will eventually find a time to shine. Vikavolt, I felt played decently. Some of that was my fault. Uh, Masquerada was fine. It's hard that not being able to get her down to Sash kind of sucked, but she played fine. The one hit KO on Haxorus in game two, one of the reasons I needed her. She was my fastest option, so. But yeah, good game, Kira. Better luck next week. I don't even know who my opponent is. We'll see, and we'll start game planning. All right, see you guys next week.